Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and this is it's a good one. Um, Only in the sense that it goes through a really interesting phase, and I didn't really want to share it, but I think it's good to share when things don't quite go to plan. Um, I often share pages that, I'm quite pleased with and I really like. This one, however, went through a phase where I was like, what on earth am I doing? But using a technique that Dina often talks about, completely rescued it and saved it. So I am sharing it with you because I want to be honest with you about my art journaling. It doesn't always go how I wanted it to. So this page has got clear gesso on to start off with because I'm using the gloss sprays and I wanted them to be quite bright and true to their colours. So you can see I've used cheddar, tangelo, magenta, fuchsia, orchid, and I'm layering these colours over each other. So I am drying frequently in between, because otherwise they do kind of puddle and pull together. And whilst that is a nice technique to have the colours running and bleeding into each other, I didn't really want that to happen here. I wanted there to be definite areas of colour. So once it's dry, I'm then going back in and adding more colour over the top. The gloss sprays are so much fun to play with, and you will have probably a problem with them clogging, as I have done. And all I've done is just bought some really cheap spray bottles off Amazon, and then I just decant them in along with the little mixing bowl too. So now this is where it starts to go a bit funky. So I got my small round gel plate out and started adding a bit of paint. So I've gone in with carnation and fuchsia, and adding some paint onto the gel plate. And then I decided I was going to stamp into it with a text stamp, which was one of Dina's. Stamping that onto the page, you're just like, well, why not? Let's just play. Let's see where it goes. So that's quite cool. I'm quite happy with that. It's looking quite nice. Adding more magenta, and again going in with the stamp. And just building up the layers on this page. So this is orchid. And I'm just layering those colours over the top of each other. So now I was thinking to myself, okay, so I didn't really think it would end up looking like that, but it's all right. I've lost lots of the lovely colours underneath, but it was okay. It wasn't too awful. So I'm cleaning my stamp off really well, because acrylic paint on your stamp can alter the way the image transfers, so always give them a good clean. So then I'm going in with the angled paint blob stencil, just removing some paint through that just to get some more pattern onto there. My baby wipe was quite wet, so then just gently dabbing it with a kitchen towel, just to paper towel, just to absorb the extra moisture. And you can see that the layers are building up quite nicely on the page so far. Okay, so then I'm using my stencil and going in again, the same stencil that I used to remove the paint, and using carnation, and going in there and adding some stenciling. Then I'm using some text collage paper from Dina and just adding some little areas of collage onto the page as well. So sometimes I like to start off with the collage paper, and sometimes I like to add it on once I've got my background kind of how I want it to be. So as you can see, this isn't a background with any resting space, any blank space at all. Can't really call it white space, can you? I suppose you could. White space in inverted commas. Because I went a bit crazy with the gloss sprays, and sometimes that happens. just let loose with the colours and all that space disappears. But it's okay, it's okay. Okay, so I'm using matte medium to add these pieces of collage paper onto the page with the brush that I always use for that because it gets a bit clogged up. I don't like to use my nice brushes for the matte medium. So then once that was dry, for some unknown reason, I decided to do some masking on here using some of the various stencil and masks from Dina Wakeley. There's a mixture of a couple of different ones here. And initially I was like, yeah, this is okay. This works quite well. But it started going in a direction that I didn't really like. And I was like, oh no, I really don't know what I'm going to do. So I don't know. I think probably because I started this page off with no clear idea of where I wanted to go. And sometimes that's okay. I think I was maybe in a bit of a odd mood as well. I wanted to journal, really know what I wanted to do. I didn't have a clear idea of where I wanted to head, and so it went a bit funky. So I'm just using these masks and adding these flower shapes onto the page and just building up the shapes that are there over the background. And I'm using white paint for this too. Now you can see it just doesn't really look right, does it? It doesn't work. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to connect it more, the white more at the sides, and I didn't really like it. I did give it a rub with a baby wipe as well. Now, this is the technique that Dina has been doing for a long time. I'm not claiming this as my own technique. So if you're one of Dina's supporters, which I can recommend on Facebook, she does lots of lives and she often shows this technique. So what we're doing here is removing a lot of the noise from the page and creating little areas where bits of the background peep through. So I wasn't bothered about doing this at all because this page had gone in such a weird direction and I didn't really like it. So I'm using Night, and I've just created those 3 circles on my page, and then I'm going in with my Signo Uniball, sort of sketchily drawing around them. And now I've got some contrast on my page because I've got the light and I've got the dark. Then I'm going in and doing some dots using Posca pens. I'm using different sizes, so I've got a bullet tip one, and then I use a couple of other sizes too, just to make some of those dots have a bit of difference in value. And I'm already starting to feel happier about this page somehow. It feels a bit more like it was intentional, and it really wasn't at all. So this technique is just brilliant. So if you do create a page and you're like, oh my days, it's what Dina would call puke on a page, because I think that's definitely what it was. This is such a fabulous technique for calming it down, creating some focus and adding some contrast. And it probably, you will find that you will be able to rescue your page. I literally got to the point with this page where I was like, I actually want to tear it out of my journal. I hate it so much. And I'm never like that. 2 of my eldest children both have done art at college and at school. And I remember saying to them, like, you must never tear work out of your journals. It's a record of like how you've progressed. But I actually got to the point where I wanted to disappear this. But this saved it. So now I'm using a bit of a semic writing on there too, journaling about what a disaster it was and how it made me feel. And next I'm grabbing one of Dina's white tags. I've just ripped a bit off the bottom. I quite like that ripped edge to it. And then this is the Remarkable stamp set. This face, as you know, is one of my favourites. I just love the calm expression on the face. So using some archival ink, I am going to stamp that onto my tag. And then I'm just using a bit of white paint on my blending tool. I'm just creating a little area to just where I'm going to stick the tack, and it just kind of helps to draw the focus into it a little bit. Almost like creating a bit of fog, I suppose. And then I'm just going around the edges and just kind of using up what paint's left on, adding a bit more of that sort of foggy effect. So then I'm going to stick that in using my double-sided tape gun. It's just a really quick way to add it in. I'm adding some Tangelo splatters as a little bit of a contrast with what else is going on. And then a quote from one of the Tim Holtz quote packs. And that is how this page came to be. Started off as definitely the gloss sprays where it looked like it was going to be really promising, all those pretty colours, and then it all went very pear-shaped very quickly. But this technique of using paint and creating those areas of quiet rescued it. So thanks for watching my puke on a page, and I hope to see you again soon.